the final one, you're going to love this, and I'm going to love it, is love. And it kind of falls... It kind of falls under this. If you're like, okay, 7 ways for actors to stay in the game, fucking love what you do. Love your life in general. Every project and every audition that you approach it with love, which, as Tom says in our classes, love makes time, love takes time.
Yep.
Meaning, if you really love something, you're willing to make the time for it, and you're willing to take the time for it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're always trying to take the shortcut, and you're always bemoaning oh, I got to learn this, I got to do this, then how much are you really loving it? And that was an example of what, like that example earlier in the episode when we were talking about me learning Old Norse or Norwegian. I fucking love that. I love doing it. As I was looking up, it was cool. As I was looking at these weird words that I'd never seen before, it was fun saying them. I was giving these incantations to the sky god in this weird language. Like, it was fucking cool, and I loved it. And also that love, not just for the craft, but love yourself first. Part of it doesn't matter what we're doing, man. Like, if you've got either self-esteem issues or just deep issues about your own worthiness, it's very, very hard to reach any level of success, because even when you do, you sabotage it. Or when you have loving, supportive people in your life that are giving you love and support, you'll fucking fuck that up by turning it around and not believing them because you don't believe it yourself. So and also obviously love other people around you. Like, you've never heard someone be like, oh, like, I want to, like, it's just, I forget what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, you've never heard a guy say like, oh, I love that guy so much, but it's impossible. When you love something, it's impossible for it to not go well, it seems like, because you love it, they love it. It's just a spirit. And this seems very, like, maybe if this seems woo or like, oh, Lars is getting all like lovey-dovey. It's just like, no. And everyone knows this. At the end of our lives, what do we think back to? You're going to think on your deathbed, you're going to think about the people that you loved and the people that hopefully loved you back. And that's probably going to be most of it. Like, you're not going to be thinking, oh shit, I wish I had more time to study for that audition that I didn't get, or I wish that casting director had cast me in that thing. It's all going to come down to, did people love you? Did you do the things that you loved throughout most of your life? And hopefully your answer to that is yes at the end of your life. Anything else you want to add to that love fest?
Yes, there is one more thing. Check casting websites. So almost every day I check Casting Workbook. I check Actors Access. I don't really check Mandy.com anymore, but Mandy.com for non-union actors is fantastic.
Right.
Star Now is also a great website. I will link all of these up before I leave this room.
Facebook groups. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. Like, all those digital spaces, backstage.com, follow on social media, curate your social media. Instead of seeing all the people that you complain about, when you see them, you're like, oh, that fucking guy, what's his problem again? Follow accounts that are like acting related, or podcasts, or acting teachers. So your Instagram, your Instagram, what's it called? Your Instagram stories, or what's it called? Feed. Your Instagram feed is filled with teaching and acting and inspiration, or even things like screen to script, or what is it? Script to screen, or something like that. It's an Instagram account where it's like iconic movies, but they roll the scene. And then
my favorite is Movie Facts.
Yeah, all that stuff, man.
Or even checking IMDb for like going through their top 20, 250 movies list. Like, that's always great.
ACTRA, if you're a member of a union, like, go to their website and look at all the resources. There's tons of resources.
Check what's filming in your area.
Right. Yes.
ACTRA posts a list of what's filming, what dates they're starting and finishing. Sometimes they don't have the finishing date or the starting dates, and also who's casting it. Great way. Please check that site. I am posting that right now.
And you can always also work on your materials, right? If you don't have your best foot forward with demo footage, then get that stuff together. If you need new headshots, go get that stuff. You can always be making relationships with people. You can be DMing the fuck out of people these days. Again, you want to be tactful about how you do that, but it's like everyone is a DM away these days, or an email away. So the world is way more open, especially communication wise. So it's like there's not as many gatekeepers. So just the worst thing to do is to sit back and wait for an audition and think that that's going to get you what you want. Nobody in life got what they wanted by sitting around waiting for an email to come in telling them, hey, here it is. I mean, maybe there's a few exceptions, but I don't think generally.
Yeah, there's people that get lucky, but again, you don't want to be the person that just gets lucky. You want to be the person that loves this and does the work for it.
There's no book that just says like, sit back and do nothing. How I got everything I wanted by waiting.
I bummed my way into an acting career.
How I got everything I wanted by waiting for an email to be sent to me. No, you get everything you want by going and fighting for it and going to get it, and you work hard for it. But also balance. There's a little bit of zen to balance with that, of letting go and also trusting that if you're doing certain things, if you're so anxious and so clawing to the next realm and to the next rung in the success ladder, often that repels people and repels things from you. So you kind of got to balance the hustle and the grind and the go with letting go and just trusting, you know what, like if I'm studying and if I'm doing a certain rhythm of habits day in, day out, week in, week out, and I'm loving it and enjoying it while I'm doing it, and I'm studying and learning and I'm doing all these things, you just kind of got to trust that it's going to happen. But more so than trusting that you're going to ever reach the destination, trust that if you're doing it properly, the process and being in the game. That's why we called this stay in the game. It's the game that's the joy. That's what I talked about earlier. It's the fact that we get to play in this game as an artist. It doesn't matter what your art is or what profession is. If you're doing something that you love, you already won. There's no destination. You just got to set your life up on a daily basis so that you're doing things that you love and that you enjoy, hopefully that are contributing to others as well. And that you're growing throughout that. You can't, if you just do, it doesn't matter what it is, if you just do the same thing every day at any level for the rest of your life, at some point you're gonna want to put a gun to your head. So you got to continue to evolve and grow, but just make it happen yourself and create the game. You want to stay in the game, create the game yourself.
Yes,
play the game, pick all your friends to be the players with you, create your own venue, do all of that stuff so that you never have to be invited to someone else's game. It's like it is a game. And when you were a kid, you didn't probably, with rare exceptions, you probably didn't wait for another kid to invite you before you started using your imagination and playing. Maybe you got rejected when you went to ask, can I play in your game? Or maybe you didn't get invited to play in some games because that's just how kids are sometimes. But you didn't just not play. You weren't like, well, I'm not having fun today because little Jimmy didn't invite me to play in the sand pit. No, you just wandered off into the other side of the playpen and you made up your own stupid stories yourself. Go to the swings. Go
to the slide.
When in doubt, just find a pile of dirt and just go play in a pile of dirt. It's fun. Man. Create something. Just go create a mound of dirt and be like,
dirt art.
Ta-da! Look what I made today.
It's a mound.